welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's recipe is a recipe shared by one of my Facebook friends. Now she doesn't want to be named, so I'll just call her SD. And we were just discussing, okay, what did you make for lunch? What did you make for dinner? And she just came out, told me that I made this. Of course, she had made it with pork. But right now I didn't have access to pork, so I had chicken at home, so I asked her, can I make this with chicken? And she was like, definitely. So this is Coorgi chicken. It's her recipe. And if you have pork, then you can use pork. Also, if you have beef, you can use beef too. The only thing is that if you're using beef or you're using pork, then you might have to pressure cook it till it becomes a little bit cooked and tender, because chicken tends to cook very fast and you don't need to really cook chicken a lot. Otherwise it does become dry and tough. So if you guys are using pork or beef, then you guys can definitely just pressure cook it or just boil it in a vessel with some water till you feel okay, it's nice and cooked now, and then proceed with the rest of it. Now this is a very unique recipe and the end result was really mouth-wateringly delicious. So thank you, SD. And also you can either keep this like a gravy, or you can keep it completely a dry dish, or you can have it as a semi-dry dish. Now I kept it a little bit semi-dry because, you know, a little bit of gravy and a little bit of the lovely, little bit of, I didn't want to make it into a curry, so I just kept it as a little bit of like a semi-gravy. So I hope you all guys enjoy this. Now there are 3 parts to the recipe. Not difficult, guys, you know my recipes are always simple and easy. So the first part is marinating the chicken. The second part is making a particular wet paste, and the third is nicely roasting spices and making a spice powder. That's it. So, you know, if you don't want to make everything together on the same day, then maybe you can make the spice powder on one day and keep it, and then the wet paste you can make on one day and keep it, and then when you're ready you can just marinate whatever meat you're using and then proceed with the recipe. So this is Coorgi chicken, and it's something very unique and it's something really delicious. So let's head on to my kitchen and start making today's Coorgi chicken. So let's get started with today's recipe. Now first I'm going to marinate about half a kilo of chicken cut into small pieces with some turmeric, salt and some vinegar. If you don't have any vinegar, you can also use tamarind pulp or tamarind, soak some tamarind and use the juice of that squeezed out tamarind. This I'm going to marinate for at least an hour. Now these are some wet ingredients which we are going to be grinding into kind of a chutney or a paste. So let me just take you through them. This is 1 large onion. This is 1 cup of fresh coriander chopped. These are a few garlic pods, an inch of ginger, few curry leaves and few green chilies. Now all ingredients with their exact measurements will be in the description box below. So you can go to the description box and see that. So now all we're going to do is just put all of this together in your blender or mixer. Add just about 1/4 cup of water, and we're going to grind this to a very coarse paste. Now next come all our dry spices, and we're going to roast each of these dry spices separately and then transfer them to a plate, and then we're going to grind them to a very fine powder. So here I have some coriander or dhania. This is some cumin or jeera. These are a few red chilies. This is some mustard seeds, a cinnamon, a few peppercorns, some 2 pods of cardamom or elaichi. This is some poppy seeds, which we also call as kaskas. This is cloves or lavang. These are some few methi seeds or fenugreek seeds. So now I'm going to dry roast each of these spices individually, and then I've kept a plate, a steel plate or a glass plate, and once you roast them, you've got to transfer them to that plate, and then we're going to take all of that into our mixer or blender and grind them to a very fine powder. Now you'll know when your spices are ready because you'll get this beautiful aroma of each of the spice. So you know that the spices are nicely roasted. So do this roasting on a very low to medium flame and keep stirring the spices, because otherwise they will get burned and then our recipe will not really taste all that good. So Once you finish roasting each of the spice, we're going to roast them very well, because this is also, this adds the extra flavor to this beautiful dish. So these are some cloves of lavang or cloves, about an inch of cinnamon or dalchini, some few methi or fenugreek seeds. This is mustard and khaskhas or poppy seeds as we call them. Now for the cardamoms or the elaichi, I've just peeled them. Don't throw away the peel. You can always use that in your tea when you're making your tea along with some ginger. It tastes fantastic. So now I've roasted everything, and now I've just put them into my dry blender and I've ground them to a very fine powder, and this is our spice powder ready. So here our chicken is marinated, here our paste is ready, and our spice powder, so we can begin with today's recipe. So I've just taken about 2 tablespoons of oil and I've just added the chicken and the green paste, and we're just going to mix both of these well together and fry the chicken a bit as well as the paste, and you'll get this beautiful aroma of this lovely green paste. And then you're going to add the spice powder that we ground. And friends, the aroma of this dish is just amazing. You'll know when you make it. And then we're just going to add about a cup of water, because we want to cook the chicken well. So we're just going to cover and cook this for at least 20 to 25 minutes on a very low flame. And then you'll get this semi-dry kind of mixture. If you want to have it a gravy, then you can keep some more water. But this tastes really good when the semi-dry consistency. And then you can enjoy this with some fresh pao, with some rice, with some chapatis or puris. It's just great. So thanks SD for this beautiful recipe. So guys, how did you like the recipe? It is not that difficult. It is simple. You just need to get all your ingredients together, and in the end it's just amazing. You can even have this with some lovely pao. So if you like today's recipe, then please don't forget to leave a big thumbs up on this recipe, and by clicking the thumbs up icon that you see somewhere below this video. Also, if you haven't hit the red subscribe button and join my channel yet, then guys, please do that, and click the red subscribe button that you see somewhere below this video. And once you do subscribe, a little bell will pop up. Click that bell. That way whenever I put up a recipe, you will get a message for the same, so you don't miss out anything happening on my channel. And I do post regularly. Also, I do these live streams at the beginning of a month to catch up on the recipes that I did the previous month. And that way, you can join me, so I can chat with you on my live streaming and get to know you all better too, and you all get to know me better too. So I always put up a post saying that I will be doing a live stream, so you all can join me then. So only if you're subscribed to my channel, which is completely free, you'll get a message for the same, a notification. So don't forget to do that. Also, if you're looking for any recipe of mine, because I have more than 500 recipes, just type the name of the recipe in the YouTube search button, and just besides it put Akshata's recipes, and my recipe will come up first. For example, if you're looking out for, let's say, pancakes, so just type pancakes, Akshata's recipes, and mine will come up first. Also, at the end of the video, you will see 2 boxes sliding up. Click on those. Those are my recipes. In the middle of the video, you will see something coming as suggested. Click on those. Those are my recipes if you want to watch them. So thank you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be loving and kind to one another. And I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. Bye.